Siesta Key, the remainder of season 4B. What are you most excited for fans to see?
What happened with my breakup, because I feel like I didn't really open up about it much online, which I think it would be immature to do. And I'm past that age where I go online and talk about other people. So, and like my ex-boyfriend Sam did that a lot. And a lot of people have these opinions on our breakup or what really happened. And so now they're going to actually see the real story.
Amanda, same question for you.
I feel like I just change a lot. And I know, there's definitely some moments where good old Amanda comes out, but I feel like I am just moving more into my career and more into like what's next for me once I graduate. But there's a lot and it's exciting and it's dramatic, but we had fun and this is why we do this.
Yeah. So before I go into individual questions, Juliette, I want to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how wild are things getting in season 4B of Siesta Key?
I would say like a 9.6.
Damn, that's close to 10. My gosh, are you guys really like blowing off the lid?
Listen, I've had my fair share of some wild moments, so at least I'm learning from those. But I think other people around us are still pretty wild. We have some people that like don't know how to control themselves, some people that just don't care about others, they don't have respect for others. So you're gonna see all of that happen. Amanda's had her moments. I've had my moments, but
we've all had our moments.
It's a little crazy.
Any drink throwing in season 4B?
Probably. I'm just gonna say probably.
There was like some horrible moments. So for me, I'm just like, hold me back. Like Amanda had to literally hold me back.
Juliette, who's testing you? Why is Amanda holding you back?
I can name 5 people, but what's like really upsetting is like some people know that their relevancy on the show is based off pissing me off. So that's where you break the fourth wall a little bit. People are like, if we go after her, this is gonna be on the show.
There's some girls who just really have no respect and they don't mind causing drama and they don't mind being or like the center of drama, and we're like, okay, like give us your best shot. We can handle it all, I promise.
Amanda, I also want to ask you, scale of 1 to 10, how wild are things getting this season on Siesta Key?
Being realistic, I'd have to say it's anywhere between an 8 and a 9. It's up there. Definitely.
Up there.
There are some crazy moments and things you guys won't expect. So yes.
Okay. Juliette, I want to go to you first. Obviously, we ended the last season with you and Sam are moving in together. He throws you this huge, JMP The Label party. And it seems like the demise of that relationship is really going to be carried out through the episodes to come.
I might need to move out.
I'm sorry that I hurt you, but am I sorry for doing what I need to do for myself? No.
What can you tell us about the breakup and what went wrong?
Sam and I just like came from 2 different worlds, and our lifestyles just weren't really fitting together, and we just wanted different things. And I think that he wanted me to live his life and I didn't want that. And it ultimately just caused so much tension. I just became really emotionally worn down. And we lived together, so there's no escape when it comes to that. So we would fight every time we would go out. I was unhappy. I was tired all the time. So you can really see like what moments caused that throughout the show, because as soon as we started filming is when like the cracks really started to show. I'm way too independent for him. He's way too dependent for me. It just was never gonna work.
Was there like a final straw that you were like, I'm done here?
I was trying to make it work by moving out. Like I was like, okay, maybe we could save our relationship because clearly we don't work together. And I think that just wasn't something he was comfortable with. Like it was like an ego thing. He wasn't happy with the fact that I couldn't live with him anymore. And then that was when everything hit the fan, and it was like, he couldn't handle it. Like I did try to make that relationship work, and now I'm happy it failed. So
what is it like for you to have to relive this, painful chapter of your life, seeing someone that you were invested in, as now these episodes are about to air week by week? Is that weird for you? Is that sad?
It's more just a little surreal. It's uncomfortable going back and reliving these moments that were very vulnerable and very private. It doesn't feel private to us when the cameras are watching, but then you know that behind that screen, hundreds of thousands of people are going to be seeing this.
Yeah. Well, look, I know you guys are not strangers to people having opinions about your personal lives and people talking about every little moment on social media. Juliette, I want to do a little quick rumor patrol with you. For anybody out there who feels like you used Sam, what is your response to that?
If I only cared about what Sam had, I'd still be with him, right? I would have lived the life that he wanted me to live with him.
And any thoughts on these cheating allegations? We're hearing Juliette cheated, Sam cheated.
Have you seen what Sam's been posting?
She was doing exactly what I was doing, just hiding it and lying about it.
So is it really over?
Don't want to hate him.
You guys will see. I don't give too much away. But yeah, he totally did.
Okay, so you're saying he cheated, you didn't.
Juliette's not a cheater.
I don't know. It's really the way you look at it. You're going to have to decide yourself.
What terms are you and Sam on today? How do you guys stand?
I don't talk to him. I don't see him. I feel like another dagger in the situation was just his like intense ego problem. And I hope that like he took something away from everything that happened between us and like hopefully learned something that he can use again in a future relationship.
Listen, I want to talk about something that makes me happy. I look at you on Instagram and it seems like you're just very smitten and you have found a wonderful guy in your new man, Clark Drum. So what can you tell us about this new relationship?
With Clark, he just like actually listens to me. He respects me. I respect him. It's like a give and a take kind of thing, which is really nice.
How did you guys meet?
Such a cute story. I was super drunk with Amanda and Chloe and some of our other friends. It was like pouring rain. We're at a bar. And Chloe takes my phone and she's like, we need to find you a new guy. And she like DMs Clark. I like knew him from friends of friends. Like I barely knew him. We were just like Instagram friends. And so Chloe messaged him from my account saying, text me. And he texted me in like 5 seconds.
It was so quick.
It was so fast. It was crazy how fast it was. And then the drinkers that we are, we're like, he lives in Fort Lauderdale. We were like, let's go to Fort Lauderdale. We'll book an Airbnb. So we booked an Airbnb, like all the girls, so we could go meet Clark.
Oh my God.
And then the next day we woke up way too hungover to go.
Yeah.
So you're
We're like, sorry, we're not coming.
Yeah.
So then how did you finally meet?
He invited me to the Bahamas, like randomly, like a couple weeks later. And I was like, yeah.
Casual first date, right?
Right. So, and you met for the first time on a trip that you took together?
Well, you'll see how we really met. It's on the show.
Yeah, it'll play out.
Okay. So we will see him on Siesta Key.
Yeah, yes, you will. Yeah.
Okay, that's very exciting. How serious are things? I mean, could he be the one?
He definitely like is everything I want in a guy, but there's no like rush for me to settle down. I'm young. I want to experience a lot of things now so that I don't get that whole like midlife crisis thing happening in the future. With Sam, he was always so angry when I would go do things without him or go on work trips. And like with Clark, he's like, okay, have fun. Bye. So that's what's really important. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just Sam being on the show, you being on the show, Clark being on the show. Are we going to see the three of you in social settings together? And
that's so weird. It's so weird. Very awkward. Very awkward.
But it does happen.
So is there a lot of drama between the two, between Sam and Clark?
It's just a lot of in general. Yeah.
Yeah. I think things have died down a little bit because Clark doesn't like feed into the drama, and which I love about him. It's like, he's like, this is you guys. I'm not going to get involved with your ex.
Okay. Well, Juliette, I'm so happy that you are happy and you seem to be in a really great relationship. Amanda, I want to transition over to you. A little heartbreaking, the end of season 4A, we kind of saw you and Tate kind of going in complete opposite directions. Where do we pick up with this new batch of episodes?
Yeah. We definitely went very opposite directions, but I kind of did a U-turn, but not towards him. You'll see.
Okay. So there does seem to be a new man that is being teased in your life. What can you tease?
I'm happy right now. And like Juliette said, I'm not in a rush to settle down and be like super serious and like all about my boyfriend and like trying to get married and stuff. I just want to be happy. And there are some people that make me happy. So
Is Amanda a single woman or is Amanda a taken woman?
I don't want to answer that because I don't want to ruin it.
Listen, if your smile says anything, it seems like you're pretty smitten with whoever's lucky enough to have you in their life.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like this season, like my friends needed me a lot. Like Juliette needed me, Chloe needed me. There was a lot going in their lives. And I just kind of wanted to just be there and be supportive. And so, yeah, it's a lot of friendship stuff too.
Well, listen, speaking of the word friendship, I just want to have a little moment for Madison. You know, it was so beautiful watching her relationship with Ish unfold. And then they announced in the season 4A finale that they were expecting a baby. And then just the worst tragedy. My heart goes out to both of them. For you two as friends, I'm curious, how is Madison doing and how have you guys been there to support her over the last few months?
We definitely filmed a little bit obviously that happened like out of nowhere. Nobody expected that. So there's definitely a little bit of that in there. You know, she has days where she's so happy and I'm so thankful that she loves talking about him. We got to hear all about her labor and what she went through and like how she feels now. So everybody gets to see that and us just supporting her as much as we can, even though there's not much we can do other than just be there for her.
How is Madison doing today?
You know, I'm so amazed at the beautiful way she's handled this entire situation. She's been going to like grieving mother courses and stuff like that. And most importantly, like she wants people to talk about Elliot and how beautiful he is and, you know, and share her story. As much as I don't want to say I'm excited for people to see this, it's something that I think they need to see.
It's been almost 5 years since Siesta Key first came on the air. I'm curious, Amanda, how long do you plan to continue sharing your life with the cameras?
I will keep doing this as long as they want me because there's just something about watching yourself grow up on TV. I hope like one day when I have kids and stuff, I'll be like, yeah, look how cool your mom was. Like TV, like
Bombshell on MTV. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with Amanda. I always do I get like nervous because I feel like I've just been through like some like emotionally traumatic things on camera. And so like, even now with this new relationship, I'm like, oh God, it does, you know, the cameras make relationships kind of harder. So I'm like, oh, I hope this one like isn't affected by it, but I would like to keep doing it forever. I feel like, you know, I love doing it. I'm so used to it now. And it's just such a huge part of my life. Like, I don't know where I would have been at this age without Siesta Key. Maybe we'll do like Real Housewives of Siesta Key eventually. Something
yeah.
Like that.
5 years from now, Juliette, where do you see yourself?
I want to be in a happy relationship and maybe starting a family. I want my business to be just like it is right now, but much bigger.
I would be okay with getting more into a serious relationship. And, you know, like I want to have kids in my 30s and so who knows what's going to happen.
5 years of Siesta Key, knowing what you both know today about life, about fame, about relationships, about people. Juliette, what do you wish you had known when you had started this whole Siesta Key journey that you know now?
If you think he's cheating, he's probably cheating. Oh my God. Don't drink too much. Violence isn't the answer.
You are my friend. You want to get your ass beat too?
So number one thing that I learned is don't be so hard on yourself. And I love that little trick that's like, if it's not going to matter 10 years from now, don't let it matter 10 minutes from now.
Okay, next batch of episodes in one adjective.
Cringe. Everything just makes me cringe. I'm like, oh, don't stop. Or like, ew, why was I with him? I love that. I'm always like, why did I do that?
Okay, cringe. And Amanda?
I feel like unpredictable because so many things happen that I would have never imagined happening in a million years.